Howdy y'all, Brian, SLC Farms. Well, today we're on the road. We're at Walnut Farm in Shelby, North Carolina, fixing to rebale a few round bales. We brought up some on the F450. We're gonna hop in that Bobcat right there here in a minute after he gets us unloaded and show you a little bit about rebaling our hay here. Hope you enjoy. Y'all pound that thumbs up if you like the video. That's an all-wheel steer Bobcat A770. The all-wheel steer is awesome, guys. We're walking in the rebaler. If you're a long-time follower, you've been here before. Getting our bales unloaded. Up there's the staging table. In just a second, we'll show you how all this works. Oh, there guys, so he's got the round bale set up here on the feed table. They're gonna roll her in. It'll roll right in here. They'll finish making this straw bale and be good to go. Cut the plastic off here. Everything wound up. Got the square baler behind us, vacuum system on top, gigantic electric motor running it all. It's a 1840 Massey square baler inline. Right here we got a bale buster. That bale buster will chew away at the straw and the hay and feed it onto a conveyor which goes into the square baler. Alright guys, it's gonna be hard to hear. We're on the back side of the machine here. We got a electric motor running a Massey Ferguson 1840, kicking out the square bells. They go onto a turntable, which they're weighed. When the buzzer goes off, that means they weigh the right amount. They're gonna follow this conveyor all the way down into a bell bearing and make us a stack of 21. Let's see how it goes. Y'all are back in the cab with me. Hope y'all have enjoyed the little moving the camera around. Y'all had me running around. So let's talk a little bit about why I rebale my hay. So we've been hay farming now since 2014, so about 10 years. I started out with my little Massey Ferguson 150 and a Kubota M7060, Bush Hog brand 3-point disc mower, a New Holland 575 square baler, and I had an older Tenati wheel rake and a bar rake that I had purchased. And for the first 3 years, that's how we did hay. And my New Holland kept giving me so many problems, it was just wore slap out. So in 2016, I bought a brand new Massey Ferguson 1840 inline square baler. I bought a tube line, an Agway tube line, 10 bale accumulator and grapple to pull behind the square baler, a newer Vermeer 8-wheel wheel rake, and a 4-basket tedder instead of the 2-basket that I had. So that was a big upgrade for us. That was in 2016, and we made hay that way for a couple of years, and it worked out good. We had the older Vermeer round baler, and we would round bale some and square bale the majority. But the issue became that we were producing average 500 square bales a day. It might be plus or minus. Some days we might get 800 to 1,000. Some days we might do 250. But even with the accumulator and grapple and the skid steer, we had to load all those hay bales from the field to a trailer, from the trailer to the barn, from the barn back on a trailer or somebody else's pickup to be sold, or if we delivered, back on our trailer and loaded again. Sometimes we would have already touched a square bale by the time it was delivered 7, 8 times, because when you stack in a barn, you got to go tall. When you're hand stacking, every single bale gets touched. Well, when you get 7, 8 rows up, you got 2 or 3 people grabbing that bale. Strings start to get loose. They bust. You end up with people that can't stack, and you have a absolute just mess out of your hay barns or hay malls. And we met Michael Nance, who had a rebaler set up. And in the winter time, when we would run out of hay, we would take our round bales or go buy round bales and take them to him to be rebaled. And at the time I thought, man, you know, it's this winter time, but God, next spring it's so much work in the field. Both my boys or stepsons had grown to the point they didn't want to be out in the hayfield. They weren't in high school. I couldn't find help, and by the time you load the hay on the trailer in the field, get it back to the barn, you've been baling all day, then you got to get it unloaded and have that trailer emptied, ready for the next day to go again. We had 3 or 4 trailers trying to move hay around, and fields spread out, so I might be traveling 30, 40 miles with a load of single square bales tacked on a trailer, lose half a load going down the road. And when we got introduced to the rebaling, he had the bundler. Well, Michael Nance was out in McConnell's, and his rebaler setup was okay, but it was not as high tech as where we're at now. And eventually we just converted to round rolling everything in the field. Me and Country Gal, my better half, she runs the baler, I run the tedder, rake, and cutter, and she fills in for me in between on those other implements. we can bring, usually we bring a semi-trailer up here and drop it and just pick up another one, but the semi's in the shop right now, so that's why we're doing it this way today. And I'm fortunate to be able to come up here, and he knocks a little bit of money off of my rebaling for me running the skid steer, loading myself. So, a couple things. The hay, when you put it up in a round bale, at that point, if we had a rain come and it got rained on, that round bale with net wrap is going to shed hay, shed water. It's to where if you're square baled and all of a sudden you get a pop-up afternoon shower and that hay gets rained on, you're pretty much screwed depending on what you get. So you got that aspect of square baling in the field. You can round bale at a little bit higher moisture than you can a square bale. Well guys, the GoPro just ran out of SD card on me, so I'm gonna finish this up on the phone. I do feel what I was talking about was important. So the other thing, when we round bale, you can round bale a little bit higher moisture than you can just square baling in the field. And then the next thing is that hay holds its color. It's wrapped up in the bale. It's not going to get messed up in the barn. It's one of those things. Sorry, I'm trying to dump a bale here. So my bundle is sitting right there. I got a little garage door opener here. I push this button on the garage door opener and it's going to kick that bundle off. It's supposed to. Maybe. Well, pause that. I might be doing something wrong here. Normally not. I'm back, guys. So, I wasn't close enough to the machine. Anyways, bundle's kicked off now. But so, that hay is going to hold its color in the barn way better than just a regular square bale. Sorry, I'm trying to operate the skid steer one-handed here. But so, you're going to get a better quality product year-round out of your square bales than you will having pre-made them in the field. And that's just my belief. So the next thing for us is when you round bale it, it leaves the hay long. It doesn't cut it like a square baler. But when you come to the rebaler, it chops the hay a little bit. And we like that for feedability. It doesn't flake out quite as well as your normal square bale in the field. But what it does do is it makes that hay more palatable. Easier for the horses, cattle, goats, sheep, whatever you're feeding to eat. Trying to load a bundle on the trailer here, guys. And we're filming with the phone, don't forget, guys. So if the last part of this video is kind of sketch, well, I didn't know I was going to run out of SD card. But, anywho, I'm going to leave it at that. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Come back and see us on the next one. Subscribe if you hadn't. Pound the thumbs up. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Thanks for watching. One last thing I wanted to say about the rebaling, guys. So, for us, it's the management of the hay. We're able to get it in the barn faster in round bales. Just two of us are able to do all the hauling, haying, and everything. And then with the bundles that come out of the rebaler, with him having the bearing set up, our ease of moving the hay around, the safety of it is just 100% better. And so that's the last part of this that I wanted to attach on there. It's just haulability's better. I'm able to load